one, go.
Okay, you are. All right, Mike V Power Hour. It's Thursday. Oh, that's horrible. As we get closer to Friday, I get more depressed. I'm not going to lie. Everybody needs a break, just like there's always another trade, so everybody relax, all right? Couple of themes. I'm going to give you one of two extremes of a theme of both, I guess you could call it empirical, or what's basically emblematic is five below goes lower in the market. Okay, let's go to TGH this morning. First and foremost, I would implore everybody, there's always another trade, and you're never going to be short of movement or what's going on at TradeGATEHub. First of all, get an idea really what we do going long term. That's how you really make money is compounding. Be one of our 6,500 subscribers. Watch Coach's video every morning at 9:30. He's the smart guy, sets the plan for what's going on, talks about the dollar and bonds and all type of things, and knows what he's doing about it. So what I wanted to say here is this morning when we started posting on TradeGATEHub, as I do every day. I'm like the song by the Eagles in Hotel California. I can sign off, but I never leave. Believe me, I never leave TradeGATEHub in my head. Okay. AU, first thing I posted. I'll get back to the second. Always, regardless of what my opinion is. By the way, this is a long-term standing on all trading desks. No one gives an opinion unless they're asked. More times than not, I hope that's not somebody getting a margin call. Silence. Is that somebody's like, oh, this apple's going higher. I'm like, how many apple do you have? Usually they have none. So unless you have it, don't chirp. Upgrades, downgrades, always ask. I'm here for interpret. So we're all here. Earnings throughout the day. This was it right here, what I wanted to point out. The first point. Obviously, you can use the first part of the sentence as a reason for the point. But the second part of this, people on trading nothing, good and bad. Beware your environment. All right, it's a free for all. All right. You have to know your environment. Right now, it's like people are in the mosh pit. You might come out having the best experience of your life. You could come out with a broken nose. Be aware. It'll die. It'll settle down. You just got to be aware of what's going on. My notes. Los, you listening? How about that? Buy below. I looked at this before, and this is going to boil down to my second point. Five Below had good earnings. Stock was up $10 and gave some back here. Now, the negative about this is the other stocks that have been working in this sector, not to point out these small retailers, but it is macro, and I'm trying not to pay attention to macro, believe me. Now I got some oil stocks that are starting to look sexy, and I can't help but think in my background, administration headwinds or anything like that. So I'm being hypocritical. And when Coach and I could talk about things, and there are underlying geopolitical issues, there always are. Especially these days, it's always about a tweet or a tariff. I got to not be hypocritical and keep going. Do I care about the? No, I don't. So oil stocks, I like it. I'll get back to that in another second. Five Below. Let me get back to the final point, and we can get back to action. All right. You really want to know in the middle of what we do, go to the YouTube channel. I always share my universe, share my positions. Yes, FCX is taking calls, no matter what type of trader you are. I said I told everybody yesterday. Verbal contract. You go back to the YouTube channel. If there was not one day when I didn't say FCX was taking calls off the board, $100 US cash. Fact. Starting right here. It's not a life change, but. And the thing is about this calls. It's not like, oh, FCX is taking calls. Let me just center on that one. If FCX is taking calls naturally, circle around to other stocks that might go with it in the group. It's not just all that binary move, singular move to the rest of the group. If Exxon is taking $1 billion worth of call print, you're just going to buy Exxon if the oil stocks look good? No, you're going to buy the group. Same thing with Freeport-McMoRan. For the smoke, there's fire. Nothing attracts a crowd like a crowd. Blah blah blah. General Motors, I posted that I bought it. I sold it. It's probably, we're gonna look at the 50 strike price coming into the week. Looks good on the daily. Look at it. Is anybody going? It looks so good. Looks tasty as hell. General Motors, calls too. The reason why I looked at that was Ford is also taking calls. But I don't like that. Blah. Better trades. I'm looking at General Motors. It's a baby trade, if you will. I won't use the P word. It's above the 200. Could very well work. It's just not. I sold it. I sold it. If that's going to work, others will work that I have. Doesn't mean that I can't have any other one. Okay, more things on TGH. Always a universe throughout the day. All right, let's click images to enlarge. I said this morning, features rub. It's an important point. Bear with me. I want to see where that moss is. By the way, I did bring up five. That was 8 hours, whatever, 5 hours ago. It has an $8 range. Like I said, you're never going to be short of where the action is. Where was this on the mega caps I posted? Getting old. Moss. I have to punch it up when I look in the back of my. I see in the corner. Another thing, as I look for this K-View, top five calls off the board. I'm not kidding. I have it. I'm not kidding. Why would I kid? I like Devon. I gotta write these things down as I go back. Devon, K-View, and by the way, these are not stocks to be taking for an overnight trade. I don't think there's a lot of overnight or edge. And believe me, I got a thick skin. And I could find them. Tidewater, some stocks that might be turning around, and if they don't work, fine. Meta. Where is it? K-View, I added. Mega up. Not that bullish. 3 hours ago, look at the market. You know why the VIX did the double bottom tester? Look at Moss. No, I participated in Moss. Mick, you want to know? I know you're back there. I don't care where you go. I know you're there. Moss, but then I said, should I buy CF? And CF, I didn't think they were that different. I guess it's like Ford and GM. They used to go together, but CF is way outperforming Moss. ADM, nothing. NTR took calls. I don't know where it is. I haven't looked. Sexy stock. NTR is going to follow Moss. Matter of fact, I might even get the highlighter for the fund. I might buy 2,000 for the fund. Matter of fact, I am. And this was the last point before I get into what's moving. Okay, so you had Kramer saying no one really knows good or bad. Now, when the stocks that been holding up the best, as our friend here, next big trade it follows. QBTS. Okay, you see that chart? IO and Q, the leader. They tried to held up. And when IO and Q didn't go, I knew there was an issue. Coming to the 200, it might be a trade. But the point being, no matter what the sector, but we are pointing at the sector, and hopefully you're aware too, we've been trading them. Let's just say the best sector out there, bears taking control, okay, of the best looking breakouts isn't bullish. So in other words, they're saying the best looking setup, the longer it didn't take, I say it all the time, the longer the best setup didn't take the work, the longer that setup's going to break down. I'm not saying it's going to capitulate down, but, the good thing is that the trading 20, 30 years, it gets to be a gut feeling. That's the good thing. That's why I'm here. Okay, stocks that are looking good. I can go to the chart. They'll go to the board. ExxonMobil still looking nice? Yeah. Chevron going with it now? Yeah. Stock that I'm in heavy? Yeah. You might, which Devon, finally we're gonna get it. Look at Devon now. Boop, boop, boop. That's a booty, isn't it? Let's go to the weekly though. Daily doesn't tell a lot. Daily just says where there's smoke. There's with fire. Right here. The weekly. Where's the weekly over the all-important short-term moving averages? Then we got it clear sky. So the red and the white lines. The red is 35.45. So the stock's 36 feet over it. And the weekly, 35.65. We're over it. I'm in it. My God. IPI. All right, Mick. You know, if I'm not gonna lie to you, I know you'll take it with a grain of salt. If predicting that you were gonna say IPI was easy as trading, we both retired. I knew you were gonna say that. And you know what? You're right. Because you know your universe. Wow, that does look cool. I can't do it. I can't do it. I should do it. Another one. Okay, no matter what, the entity, the volume block, range, same thing. Volume block. It's hot. There's a volume block. Hot. Doesn't mean you got to hold it or put in the fund. It means it's moving. We're here to take money out of the market. We're here to make money, not necessarily be right. So I'm sorry about pontificating the whole time. What stock do I like also, Devon Energy? This one looks, oh, you know what? Another one. The others, I guess domesticated or miners are coming down. This AU gold doesn't care. I tried messing with this thing. This was the first short I put on in a while and I was messing with it. I said, you know what? I don't want to mess with this thing. And I should have went with the relative weakness, which was GDXJ giving. Oh, that's strong now. Oils and commodities again. AEM could have been somebody. I lightened up at 102. Tidewater. Maybe get to know this one. It's a sleeper. It's a sleeper. Why is it sleeping? Los, math. They trade futures. Get to know this chart. It needs time. KVUE. Let's go to what's taking. Okay, let's go to what's taking calls. Disney. Oh, how about Disney? Nope, it's over. Get Disney. You know what this thing? It's taking calls, and it probably works 3-6 months from now. But that needs a catalyst. It needs news. That's not. That's a sock awayer. Uber. They're trying to hold it. They're trying to hold it. Still looks good. Listen, CRK. We should Mick. Thank you. He's again knows his universe. Doesn't care. That's the European in him. Got a thick skin. CRK again. She's sick. We should all sock. Everybody should sock this thing away in the Tradeview Markets account. I'll match it and buy calls. And look, what is this? 2000. A year from now. I don't care what it is. I don't care if they make GPUs. I don't care if they make sneakers. I don't care if they make toilet paper. One thing they look like they do is they make money. Look at the weekly. Longer the base, higher the space, whatever the freaking thing is. I'm in it. Don't get me wrong. CRK looking good. Okay. This is the one, KVUA. For all any type. Remember I told I was maybe had a little tough love with the Intel trade when it blew out of the 200 day and it's got it in it. By the way, resting right here. KVUE. I think there's something up here. I do. It's taking a lot of calls, guys. It is. It is. Where did I come up with this thing? It's not like this is the first time I traded this thing a year. Weekly. We know we like above weekly closes. Listen, this is another one maybe like CRK. I shouldn't have it in there. Looking at these 30. I mean, I got 28,000 shares. No, I 24,000 shares. I don't want something like that. I don't want to be watching every tick in this thing. PDD. You don't know what to do with this thing. What a range. Look at I can't believe this. You know what? People are shorting this. PDD. This morning. That's the breed. Could have had it 119. You know what? It was lower. Let's go to 4:30 a.m. when me and Matt are up. 114, all you want. By the way, volume. 114. Stock's 131 breaking out. When the other China's weak. Doesn't mean you have to take it. Means it's got moving average holding. Means it's got a freaking 18-point range with a lot of volume. That's what it tells me. It's an opportunity tomorrow. You don't have to pick a side. I'm telling you, I'm gonna sit on here and talk all day. It's gonna be one of those telethons. You don't have to tune in. We'll talk all day. Camera's gonna be on. I'll play my tunes. They're just pounding this fucking Tesla. Excuse my language. Speaking of Intel, somebody's you see that? Speaking of Intel, somebody's picking up Intel right on the 200 day. Doesn't mean it's gonna work. Means A, he's probably listening to this podcast. B, he's aware of what's going on at the 200 day. Anti-VIX. Tiger. There's another one. Oh, Tiger gave it back. I gotta get this some trading. Something's going on here. It's gonna be you know what? Most importantly. Now, somebody knows what this is? Free T free. By the way, they're very good sweatshirts. Free. TradeGATEHub sweatshirt sent to you. DM me. What does this mean? What's your right here? I do. I'm gonna make money in it. But I'm gonna build up a plan. You got to tune. 4 trillion. This is set to expire for triple witch tomorrow. Majority of it puts. I had the answer written down days ago. Days ago. There it is. Whoop. No, no, I'm serious. International latecomers. This is Boy Marco. He's all over the place lately. This guy's bearish all over the fucking place. All over the place. Seeing bear flags everywhere. There are a lot of bear flags. There's another example. Joe's in it just like all of us. Okay, you see things going across, markets come to a halt. All right, that's what it is. Set to expire. Now you got to be a pro. All right, now you got to be a pro and sit and wait. It's the hardest thing to do, to be honest. Especially me, I'm here all the time. Let's go finally, and I said this before, earnings. I think some retailers. MU. Oh my God. Wake up, Mike V. Do I have anything here? MU, major. Nike, major. European. More European than American. FedEx. Laser been hot. We got action. Holy smokes. What were they doing? I know the answer by the way that option thing. Stay against the sweatshirt. Nobody wants to stay cool at night with a TradeGATEHub sweatshirt. That's fine with me. Freeze all you want. MU, Nike, FedEx, Lennar, best of breed, PL been going across my tape. Laser been hot, and those are the only ones I care about right now. That's after the close in the morning. Oh, it's tomorrow's Friday. Usually isn't a lot on Friday. Before the open, NIO. That's a lot. NIO Carnival. That's a lot to me. NIO, forget about it. NIO tomorrow will trade 200 million shares. And hopefully have a range. All right, Mike V. Thanks, Angel, for tuning in. Thank you to the team behind me, everybody participating. It's about how they close, be in the room, and I'll do better tomorrow. Cheers.